This is preservation and promotion of traditional knowledge, passing on the past. I am doing this from an Inupiaq perspective. Here is a map of the regions of Alaska. The Inupiaq region, they greet each other by saying Uvlalotuk Kanuvitpisi, which means good morning, how are you? Langdon writes that the Inupiaq region can be divided into 5 main units. Norton Sound Seward Peninsula people, which is where I'm from, Bering Straits people, Kotzebue Sound people, North Alaska Coast people, and Interior North Alaska people. The meaning of the word Inupiaq means the real people. This paper is going to be about traditional ecological knowledge or subsistence. The reason I wanted to write about this so much is because I'm an Inupiaq and I grew up using subsistence. It is what I feel is a great connection to the land, and having a dip into the Western culture, I feel it would be very beneficial to health and finances to preserve and promote this knowledge. However, there are some setbacks that hinder this knowledge from being passed on as much as I would like. For example, there's the fancy of dieting, where people eat nothing but what they can find organically at the store, or they eat food that is readily available, such as fast foods and quick and easy meals, microwave meals. Here in the picture you see the man looking to use the natural resource of wood, but the microwave is overpowering it. There is also food insecurity. Fazzino and Loring write that Alaskans have many obstacles to overcome to preserve our food systems. Overcoming these setbacks and obstacles is something that is needed to promote this way of living. One of the great ways that we can do this is to think about the benefits that come from living a subsistence lifestyle. For example, subsistence offers a lot to your wallet and to a healthy living. You can still have a healthy diet on a subsistence lifestyle, and it is a great way to help manage your finances. Although it is expensive to burden the costs of gas and ammunition, which are much needed to live this lifestyle, as well as permits and licenses, it is something that would be a healthy option for a lot of people. In the Inupiaq whale hunt video, it shows that a whole village works together to process a whale, and that drops the food insecurity because people are working together to preserve the food for many instead of just a single family unit. In the 2009 film on Eskimo hunters, we see that there are traditional tools and boats that could be used. It takes some skill and some time to build these traditional tools and boats, but they could help lower the costs of gas and ammunition. Promoting this lifestyle. As I was doing research, I came across a story in a paper by Barnhart and Quagley that said that these men were hunting with their father, an elder, and they came upon a herd of caribou. As they were looking out to see which one to get, the elder walked out into the field and he walked towards the caribou. The caribou saw that he was coming, started to leave to find a different place to graze. Then the elder dropped his weapon and pretended to act like an animal. He made noises and rearranged his body language so that the caribou thought he was an animal instead of a human being. And the caribou started to move back. And that gave him the opportunity to use his weapon to get the choice caribou that he wanted. In this hunting story, it states, with the intervention of modern technology, the knowledge associated with that symbiotic relationship between hunter and hunted is slowly being eroded. Subsistence is a lifestyle that brings about respect. Respect for the animals, for the land, and for the people around you. Working together offers a lot to a unit because they can burden the costs of gas and ammunition. This intimate relationship that hunters and gatherers had with the wildlife is becoming something of legend. I have heard stories of people berry picking alongside bears in the same berry patch. Promoting this will help bring about the relationship of respect that should be brought back. Nowadays, there is a lot less respect because people are hunting for sport and commercially, and it is eating away at the population. And we can learn about promoting this lifestyle from the elders around us and the people around us, as well as the Department of Fish and Game website. They have put together a notebook of animals that gives us some information. This is the page on the caribou. It gives a description about the caribou, their history, their food habits, their movements in Alaska, and even some hunting tips. Preserving this lifestyle means that we need to use tools from the past and present to bridge those gaps so that we can use it properly. Here in the picture we can see an elder sharing stories with the youth. Traditionally in the past, Inupiaqs have passed on knowledge through oral communication. However, it doesn't have to be so bad with the modern technology. Many native corporations, such as the native village of Unalakleet, are taking down elder stories via cassette tape and recording their hunting tips and hunting stories, and taking down these stories would be a great way to pass on knowledge and to preserve it. The Alaska Native Knowledge Network has put together some lessons to have culturally responsive classrooms, to incorporate it into the school, and they have put together a curriculum for culturally responsive schools. This is a great step in the direction of starting with the youth and letting them grow up with this respect that subsistence needs. It is important to be knowledgeable about the plants and the animals that Alaska can offer. Because the land is so harsh, it is important that we can use the most out of it. In conclusion, although there may be obstacles that subsistence living has had in the past, it has still survived. People still cling to the past and live with this lifestyle. I think that promoting this lifestyle of traditional ecological knowledge provides a healthier one. It allows us to stay connected to the land and preserves that knowledge from the past. And we could move past the modern technology and connect to the culture in new ways that has not been done before. The promotion and preservation of the subsistence lifestyle could be beneficial to more than just Alaskans. It will take a lot of research and a lot of time and a lot of convincing, but I think it is a great way to gain back so much respect that we have lost for our land and for the animals. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game website also has some hunting regulations to offer. If we don't get into that direction, it is important to stay knowledgeable about what you can hunt and when you can do it. Please learn more about subsistence, and I encourage you to live a lifestyle that will be healthy for you. Thank you. Koyana.